And we are back, and we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us. Now, y'all, the person you're looking at on your screen is Representative Andy Ogles. He is out of the great state of Tennessee. Salute to Tennessee. And he is quite upset, y'all. He's upset at the mayor of Nashville, Tennessee, due to, well, we're going to get into that during this video. It all has to do with people who are in the country without permission. See, Representative Ogles wants people who are in this country without permission. I don't want to speak for him, but judging from what he has to say here, looks like he wants those people to go home. And the mayor of Nashville seems like he wants to, well, he seems like he's kind of in the camp of your boy, Brandon Johnson. Now, again, this is just my take on it, but it looks like he wants Nashville to be a welcoming city, and he wants to welcome people. Doesn't matter if they have permission to be in the country or not. Doesn't matter if the federal government wants them gone or not. He seems like he wants to welcome them, and that's setting up quite the conflict, and it looks like it might be leading to a criminal investigation of Nashville's mayor. Let's take a look. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
Well, you've heard it. The individuals that the mayor is standing with are murderers, rapists, drug traffickers, sexual predators, child traffickers. The list goes on. Which is why I will always stand on the rule of law and with ICE. And I don't just stand with ICE, I'll stand in front of ICE. Because we, the people, have had enough. I choose my community, my state, and my family over this type of nonsense.
Now, y'all, let's interrupt real quick here. What kind of nonsense is he talking about? Well, we have more details about the nonsense that has Representative Ogles in a tizzy, y'all. So let's take a look at a quick report about what is the mayor of Nashville doing that's so wrong that, as we're gonna see shortly, Representative Ogles is referring him for looks like a criminal investigation. But first, let's see what the mayor of Nashville is doing wrong.
Well, tonight, Metro leaders are taking action after a weekend ICE operation ended with more than 100 people in custody.
The mayor signed a new executive order meant to improve internal communications inside Metro. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry joins us to explain why and what happens next. Caitlin.
Tennessee Highway Patrol says they were simply enforcing traffic laws fairly and consistently. They maintained stops were based on behavior behind the wheel, not who was behind it, adding that ICE handled immigration matters separately. But Mayor O'Connell isn't convinced. He's demanding ICE release the names and charges of the 103 people taken into custody during what officials called a safety operation. The mayor says it's routine in Nashville to know who is being held in custody, and that transparency should apply here too. Meanwhile, an issue the city is working to fix was a gap in communication. City leaders say they weren't made aware of ICE's presence until days after Homeland Security requested help from emergency communications. The message was not relayed until later. Now that breakdown has prompted the mayor's executive order meant to tighten coordination between departments moving forward.
It is important for us to get this right, and it's very frustrating to have seen a failure in the process. We're going to work to make sure that doesn't happen again.
I believe we would have been able to communicate within our departments to make them aware. Beyond that, it's really an open question whether or not someone can announce in advance that there's an impending enforcement activity. That's something that we are looking into.
Metro Legal is also reminding the community that despite your immigration status, you still have rights. Everyone has the right to remain silent, to refuse entry without a judge-signed warrant, and to speak with an attorney.
All right, so now you see at least one of the things that Representative Ogles is not too fond of. So let's take a look at Representative Ogles say what he's prepared to do to the mayor of Nashville to stop the nonsense.
Which is why, due to the remarks of Freddie O'Connell and the potential for aiding and abetting illegal immigration, the Homeland Security and the Judiciary committees will be conducting an investigation into the mayor of Nashville, his conduct, and whether or not federal dollars have been used in criminal enterprise. I will not back down. I will not relent. And I will always stand with law enforcement. I want my community and I want my country back. This is Andy Ogles. Thank you for being here.
So y'all know that this whole immigration thing, this is our beat, right? This is my beat. I'd like to cover this topic wherever it happens to be across the country because I find it so fascinating, and frankly it's something that I just can't understand, how mayors and local governments want to protect and work for people who are not their voters, who couldn't be their voters, who are not their constituents, who couldn't possibly be their constituents, at least not now, because the federal government says that they shouldn't even be in the country. I just find it mind-bogglingly fascinating. Let's take a look at what precipitated all of this back and forth between Ogles and the mayor of Nashville. What set it off? Let's take a look.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marius Payton.
I'm Lauren Lowry. Mayor O'Connell said state and federal officials coordinated the arrests in Antioch.
He once again affirmed that Metro Police were not involved. That's despite claims made by immigrants' rights groups. Metro Legal Director Wally Deeds says he sent a letter to Tennessee Highway Patrol to find out who was arrested and what charges they face. So far, the number of people detained by ICE remains unknown. Mayor Freddie O'Connell says it was unusual for local authorities to hold an operation without coordinating with city and Metro Police.
What we saw over the weekend was actions that happen on state routes with no coordination with local officials. So yes, I continue to be concerned about the mechanism for these actions, and I think what they've demonstrated is that they can occur at times and locations of their choosing without our involvement.
Officials say the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee is launching today what's called the Belonging Fund. It raises money to support.
We want to make sure that the immigrant community in this town knows that we have their back, and the fund will raise dollars that'll support the needs of our immigrant community, especially those who've been affected by the ICE raids yesterday.
And we still haven't received any information from Homeland Security on that operation.
So y'all, I'm starting to think that there must just be some disconnect between being a mayor, because most of these policies we're seeing are on the mayoral level, on the city level. Nashville, Chicago, Boston. We're seeing a lot of mayors who are in favor of helping people who are in the country without permission. There must just be something, y'all. Maybe I just can't understand it. Maybe because I'm not a mayor, right? Maybe their constituents who are from these communities, the ones who do vote for them, the ones who actually can be a voter, maybe those people have some sympathy for family members or community members, and maybe that puts pressure on the mayors. I don't know. Why don't y'all let me know in the comments? Does anybody out there have any kind of explanation as to why the mayors are placating people who are in the country without permission? Let me know what you think in the comments. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all of your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. Y'all, if you have a retirement, look, you want it still to be there for you, you know, like some value still left when it's time for you to start withdrawing. Look into gold, y'all. Go to my link, PARALEGOLD.com, paralegold.com. Put your information in, get the information from Augusta Precious Metals, read it over, and then talk to them, all right? Or you can call 844-651-8334. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.